This ain't your ordinary football show. It's the Old Dominion Football Show with Bruce Rader and Coach Bobby Wilder.
It is what Old Dominion players, coaches, and fans have been waiting for. An opportunity to play on college football's highest level, the NCAA's Football Bowl Subdivision, the FBS, 128 of the top college teams in America. A daunting task for a school still in its football infancy. Are the Monarchs ready? Let's find out. The Old Dominion Football Show starts now. I'm Bruce Rader, along with head coach Bobby Wilder. The season opener against Hampton is in the bag, coach, and now you face 11 FBS schools starting with NC State tomorrow. That is quite a challenge.
Yeah, it is, Bruce, and we knew it was going to be a challenge when we took this on. When we made this move, we knew it was going to be a challenge, but this is what we wanted. We're excited about this, and as long as we can just understand where we're going and just stay focused on this process that we're going through right now, we'll be fine with it. But it is going to be a challenge.
We all saw you on TV. You were not happy with your team's performance last week against Hampton, especially the defense and the special teams. Were you able to clean things up a little bit this week?
We were, Bruce. I've been really pleased with the kids and their level of commitment, their excitement level. You know, I'm a perfectionist, so I wasn't happy with it. But I have to remind myself, Bruce, we've got 110 players right now on our roster, and 81 of those players are first or second year players. We only have 29 players out of 110 that have been with us for more than 2 years. So 75% of our roster is brand new, and they're learning, they're trying, but we're going through a transition. So even myself, I've got to show some patience right now.
All right. Last year, Georgia State played in its first ever season in the FBS, and they lost every single game. UMass 2 years ago, what were they, like 1-11?
You're right.
South Alabama a couple of years ago, they were 2-10. First year FBS programs do not win. Now, I know that you like making history, but this is a process, isn't it?
It sure is, Bruce, and that's the word. You said it perfectly. It's a process, and we've got to focus on that process of winning, of the planning, the preparation, the execution. We're going to have to be patient, all of us, me included, with these 81 players that are, in essence, brand new, because when you go from 63 scholarships to 85, and you go from a roster of 85 to a roster of 110, you're adding a lot of new players, and they're young, and they're learning, and then you're going to go play NC State and Vanderbilt and Conference USA. It's going to be a challenge, but if we can stay focused on this process, we've got some real good talent, Bruce. I think we can be a very good program.
Well, you're always very positive, Coach. So let's talk about NC State. They struggled at home against Georgia Southern last week. What do you have to do to pull off the big upset in Raleigh?
Yeah, it was interesting, Bruce, watching that game because they broke in a new quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, who was a big-time recruit out of high school, four-star guy, went to Florida. Didn't win the starting job there, so he transferred to NC State. He had to sit last year. And you remember last year, NC State struggled. They played three quarterbacks. Well, I think they found their quarterback. He struggled in the first half, but he was excellent in the second half. He brought them back. They were down 20-10. They end up winning 24-23. He leads them on a 2-minute drive to win the game. And you know as well as anyone, Bruce, how a quarterback can transition your whole team. If your players have confidence in the quarterback, like our guys do in Taylor, then you feel like you got a shot each week, and I think NC State gained tremendous momentum from that quarterback. That's the biggest difference in their team from last year. I watched every game they had from last year. I watched this game. They've got confidence in the quarterback.
And this puts a lot of pressure on your linebackers and your defensive backs.
Sure does. Yeah, it does, Bruce. The pass coverage is going to need to be much improved, and we weren't solid in that area last week. Now, the one area we were better than we've ever been, we set a school record for sacks last week. We had 6 sacks. We set a school record for rushing yards allowed. We only allowed 9 rushing yards. So, again, I've got to be patient, keep reminding myself and everybody of the positives. We're developing a pass rush. Got to improve the pass defense this week.
But the big thing for the NC State fans and the people that will watch on television, the nation gets another look at one of the most exciting football players in the nation, your quarterback, Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Taylor. And last week, Bruce, he goes 29 for 40. He completes 74% of his passes. And it seems like things were a little out of sync because he's got 6 new wide receivers out of 10 that he's working with. So even though he's not in his rhythm right now, he's still able to complete an amazing percentage of passes. We're only going to get better, Bruce, as he gets time with these 4 true freshmen that are playing with him.
And you got a little bit of a running game out there.
We did. I was really excited with that.
What in the world was that?
Oh, that was great. Very excited. Gerard Johnson goes for 140. Cam Boyd had some good runs, and we're breaking in 3 new starters in the offensive line. We played 5 brand new offensive linemen total. 3 of them were new starters. So I feel like when those kids get a little more time together, gain some experience, we'll be even better.
All right, still to come, Coach Wilder answers your questions in the Coach's Corner. Plus, quarterback turned wide receiver David Washington heads home to Carolina tomorrow. But before that, he enters the 1-minute drill with Nathan Epstein next on the Old Dominion Football Show.
Every night and day.
Welcome back to the Old Dominion Show, and we are here for the 1-minute drill. And we are here with wide receiver / quarterback David Washington. David, you a little nervous right now?
No, not at all.
I noticed that. You have a little bit of personality. What do you like to do most, sing or dance?
I think I'm more of a singer than a dancer.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
Karaoke. I'm not really a karaoke guy. I just wing it.
Well, I want you to do me a favor here. I want you to take the mic and just wing it.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Come on. Spread my wings and fly away.
If you weren't playing football, what career do you think you'd be doing?
I'd be singing.
There you go. Well, that, I think, does it for the 1-minute drill. And David Washington, the last thing I'm going to ask you is I want you to say goodbye to Monarch Nation.
Goodbye, Monarch Nation.
Welcome back to the Old Dominion Football Show. Time for the Coach's Corner. Coach, this week's question is from Stanley in Newport News. He says the Hampton games seem to drag on because of TV timeouts. Does that disrupt your team's offensive flow when there's so many breaks?
Yeah, Stanley's right on point, Bruce, with that question. There's no doubt it was a disruption. Normally our games, when they're not televised, are 3 hours. That game Saturday was 3 hours and 30 minutes. So not only offensively, defensively, the kids are out there, they're ready to go, and then you see the red hat come on the field and slow it down. So good pickup by Stanley. It definitely changes things.
But TV pays the bills, those commercials.
Exactly.
27 first-year players backed up by a group where so many of your young men have only 1 year experience. What do you say to them just before they run out onto the field at Carter Finley Stadium tomorrow in Raleigh?
Well, I'll tell all of you what I'm going to tell them. Everything and nothing. We've got everything to gain. We've got nothing to lose. We're not supposed to win. We're supposed to lose this game. Just relax, have fun, and enjoy it. With all those fresh faces, Bruce, my biggest concern is they're going to be overwhelmed by the atmosphere, and I don't want them to do that. I want them to have fun.
How about the fans, too? We got to get them out there.
You have fun, too.
That's right. Old Dominion at NC State tomorrow at 6, and I'm sure that a good, loyal group of the 12th Monarch
sure
will be making the trip. Coach,
sir.
good luck.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it.
All right. Good to have you back
Yes,
for the
sir.
season premiere.
Looking forward
and
to it.
always remember that you can watch our show again. Go to wavy.com, click on sports, and join us every night at 10:45. Set your DVRs now for the Old Dominion Football Show.
We're back.
Have a good weekend, everybody.